Welcome to SCSU Logo. I'm Nu Cheng Wu. Tashiana Osborne is at a conference in Washington, D.C. Today we'll be reflecting on some memorable events that occurred during this semester. SCSU Logo starts right now. The multicultural student servers held Bangladesh Night during their cultural night here at St. Cloud State. The event introduced to the campus Bangladesh culture and many more. Let's look back at this wonderful events.
We were trying to have performances like according to the seasons that we have in our country. So like here, like we have several types of songs about monsoon season, about summer season, about winter, fall, spring. So we have a lot of stuff in our country during this seasons, just to organizing celebrating the whole seasons.
I guess the biggest thing I learned, and this was just throughout performance, is that every single hand motion or every single movement in your body when you're dancing, especially classical Indian dance or Bangladeshi dance, means something. So like if you do this, it means, or this, it means something, or this, or whatever. Every little thing means something symbolic.
Today we had a song which, one of my favorite, it's about monsoon season. So what we did, there were girls dancing and they came up with such good dance moves which actually showed that what would they do in the monsoon season, how the weather is, and still it talks about it. Well, it was in Bangla, that's why people from international people couldn't understand, but normally we understand, and we try to make people understand by showing our feelings and stuff, that how beautiful it is.
The event was a success and many people had fun. We'll be right back with more SCSU Local.
Today, about 1 in 5 Americans is living with a disability. Over 50 million people, including many of our friends and neighbors, teachers and co-workers, heroes and leaders. 20 years ago, the Americans with Disabilities Act guaranteed every person the right to live, work, and participate fully in the American experience. We've come a long way since then, and we are committed to making even more progress in the years ahead. Visit disability.gov to see how you can help.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
The Paramount Visual Arts showcased their art from different artists from around the community. Here's more on this artistic event.
The Visual Arts Center was added to the Paramount in 1998 with their renovation and has expanded to include our ceramic studio, our hand building studio, our painting and drawing studios, and fused and stained glass studios. So our ceramic studio includes 15 electric wheels and 4 kick wheels. We offer classes to adults during the fall and spring semesters. And then we also have a youth program that happens during the summer. And we usually have around like 450 kids come to our summer camps. And we have a variety of glazes and different kilns that we can fire in here. We also have our hand building studio, which has a fully equipped slab roller and extruder and spray booth. We have our painting and drawing studio that has all the easels and painting and drawing equipment, as well as opportunities for people to come in and paint models and draw models. And we've got our stained glass and fused glass studios and our weaving studio. We've got a great Thursday evening program called Open Studio and Teen Night, and it's open to people of all ages. You're welcome to come down to any of our studios. We've got mentors in our painting and drawing studio, our hand building studio, our stained and fused glass studio, and our ceramic studio. And recently we were lucky to have the Central Minnesota Woodturners Society come in and give demonstrations during those Thursday evening programs also. Those run from 6 to 9 p.m. and as I mentioned, they are mentored programs, and so you can come in with no prior experience, and it's a good opportunity to experiment with a medium that you're not entirely comfortable with or just starting out before you commit to taking the class, because you can come one Thursday or several Thursdays or every Thursday. They run from September through May, and they cost $10 for adults, 20 and older, and $5 for youth 19 and under. This is a great place to come down and just relax. As some of our other studio members may have already mentioned, we have a variety of people of different ages and different experience levels, and so it's a good place to come down and to relieve some stress, because art is a good stress reliever, and it's a good place to make a lot of new friends and meet some people that you might not otherwise ever meet in your day-to-day life. So the Paramount Visual Arts Center is actually located in the basement or the lower level of the Paramount Theater, which is in downtown St. Cloud. We have a website, www.paramountarts.org, or you can give me a call at 320-257-5928 if you have any questions.
It's that time of year again. Many people turn up at the maple syrup event where they learn how to produce maple syrup. Let's reflect back on this wonderful event.
My name is Hannah Frailing. I work here out at the Arboretum. Today's our Maple Syrup Festival. Maple Syrup Festival is an annual celebration of our maple syrup season. We bring people out here to learn about the maple syrup process, the tapping, the cooking, and the history of maple syrup out here at St. John's. What we do is we come out here in March, we start tapping trees. We put instruments called spiles into the trees to funnel the sap out. The sap flows anytime we have a freeze-thaw cycle going on. We collect the sap in bags and buckets. Volunteers come out here and empty those bags and buckets. We then bring our sap up to our maple sugar shack, and we cook it down there in the maple syrup, the finished product. Well, we've been tapping out here since 1942. The monks started tapping during World War II because of the sugar shortage. They fell in love with the taste of maple syrup, and they've been putting it on everything ever since. Today we have tapping demonstrations. Families can come out and learn how to tap trees and collect the precious sap that we get out here. We also offer Boy Scout, Girl Scout badges.
Answer these questions to get our badge.
We also offer activities for children and the wonderful, amazing maple syrup sundaes. Ice cream and maple syrup, can't go wrong there.
I am eating vanilla ice cream only made great by the maple syrup that's in it. It tastes wonderful. It's a great combination, and that's why I'm out here.
We need a freeze-thaw cycle. That means freezing at night and above freezing during the day in order to get a good sap flow. So we have been struggling in collecting sap, but thankfully we still have a wonderful pool of volunteers that are willing to come out and collect sap for us. And so we have found success in this very strange weather. You can sign up on our website to be on the maple syrup volunteer list. We always have volunteers coming out here to collect on an almost daily basis, and we really need volunteers. We wouldn't be able to do this whole process without them. And so the best way to get involved is to get on that maple syrup volunteer list. We tap our trees so that even preschoolers can come out and help. So any age, from 4 to 84 can come on out here and enjoy maple syrup season. And we love to reward our volunteers very sweetly. So everyone's welcome.
What a wonderful event that was. Well, coming up next is the Vagina Monologue. We'll be right back.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
A world that's getting smaller. World of opportunity. It is a world of light.
Do we want to get rocked?
The Rocks are back. Bring the entire family out to see the new talk of the town. The St. Cloud Rocks Baseball Club will kick off their home opener on June 2nd at Joe Faber Field. Brought to you by Coburn's of St. Cloud. With live music before the game and fireworks to follow, something you won't want to miss. Catch the home opener, the Mankato Moondogs, St. Cloud Rocks, June 2nd, only at Joe Faber Field. Get rocked.
The Women's Center held an event that brought awareness about the female human body, titled The Vagina Monologue. Let's look back at this educational event.
Bookie, a pajama, fanny boo, marshmallow,
and a schmanda in the Bronx.
We were worried about vaginas.
My name is Amy Bain.
And I'm Jenna Stamen.
And we are the co-directors of this year's Vagina Monologues.
The Vagina Monologues is a written play by Eve Ensler. She is a huge women's rights advocate, huge violence against women advocate. she wrote this play to showcase these women's stories.
It's also a benefit, so it's a fundraiser to raise money and awareness for local organizations to stop violence against women and girls. The silent auction is also part of the fundraiser to give to the local organization, which would be the Women's Center's Gender and Violence Prevention Program. And these items come from different local shops, so gift cards, like items such as like purses and dress. There's a dress there, and we've also put up a few breast casts that were decorated last semester. So,
my name is Brennan Thomas, and this is my first time in the Vagina Monologues this year. I'm a sophomore. I did them because one of my best friends did them down at Gustavus Adolphus in St. Peter, Minnesota, and she was telling me it was just like this great experience, and it was very empowering. So I'm like, I'm gonna give this a shot, see how it goes. So I got the part. I got the little coochie snorcher that could, and it was very different just being in a play where they're all just saying vagina everywhere.
I'm Caitlin Feltz, and my role in the Vagina Monologues was to perform the monologue because he liked to look at it. It's all about a woman starting to love herself through her vagina because of this man. And I had so much fun with it, and I want to do it again next year. Like, it's so enlightening and so empowering for women, so I can't wait.
The point of the Vagina Monologues is to kind of make people aware of violence against women. Like, we want to perpetuate the way that this has been going on for hundreds of years. It needs to stop. Like, we have to all unite for this cause, and if we all do that, we can end rape, we can end genocide, we can try to end female mutilation, circumcision, everything. We just want women to be treated as equals.
I think my favorite part would probably be like rehearsal nights. That would be a good part, yeah. So.
I don't have a favorite part, but I have a couple favorites. I love knowing that everybody was prepared and everybody came together for one cause that was bigger than them. So I really appreciate the fact that these women did this for the Vagina Monologues, and yeah.
My favorite part of the whole thing is just the moaning scene with all the cast. It's just ridiculous, and it's so funny because we're all just sitting there just doing these different moans, and it all comes together at this triple orgasmic moan at the end, and it's just fabulous.
Throughout the whole thing, I think just tonight, finally seeing everyone be on stage in front of an audience, and we all know that we've had the jitters, and we're like, oh, what if we mess up? What if we trip on stage at our heels or something? And then to see everyone just perform so well and be in their monologue, become their monologue, was the greatest. So that was the best experience for me, just seeing everyone do so well tonight and loving it.
I think that having as many diverse women in our cast this year was awesome, and I hope that it encourages other women to be involved, and that women are as empowered as we are. So.
There have been a lot of events throughout the semester, but this particular event really brought the community together. Promise Neighborhood brought kids as well as adults together for a whole day of fun. Let's reflect back on this memorable events.
Say hi.
Hi! Family is Ray Jones's top priority. But with arthritis and other injuries making work difficult, Jones is having a tough time finding a job to support them.
My body is brittle, I can't really work a job anymore. I try to do much as I can around my house by doing things certain times. When I rake a yard, it takes me 2 or 3 hours to rake one part of the yard.
Help came to Jones through the Promise Neighborhood, a program whose mission is to increase opportunities for low-income families in central Minnesota. The program started last August. Jones has been involved as both a participant and volunteer ever since.
To me, it's more like a unit, a family. You know what I'm saying? We are trying to put all these other little families together. It was almost like a base community, okay?
The program provides after-school opportunities for students, job training for parents, and other resources that help bridge between aiding services and the families that need them. While the program benefits all of central Minnesota, it's based in St. Cloud's Tulahee neighborhood, an area that, according to data from the University of Minnesota's Institute of Race and Poverty, saw an over 50% jump in the number of students needing free or reduced lunches in 5 years.
In 2010, Isaiah had commissioned the Kirwan Institute to do a report on the change in demographics and economic standing in central Minnesota. And from that report called Shining the Light, we learned that the district was struggling and there had been a great increase in the number of children receiving free and reduced lunch and a number of students that were not passing the Minnesota standardized testing. Tulahee was the most dramatic in that. From 10 years prior, they had been one of the top schools. They had had the fewest free and reduced lunch and the least number of students of color. Now they're at 86% students of color and 86% free and reduced lunch.
A major focus of the program is on children and their success in school. The program belief is that their success here has everything to do with the community around them.
This is not something, we don't want to, poverty is not anything that's ever going to go away. One of the things that I've always said is that it's really hard for a parent to focus on how good their children are doing in school when they're worried about what they're going to feed them or how the electricity is going to get paid. What we really want to do is be able to see specifically young families, because it's hard starting out, be able to sustain their lives and be able to care for their children and be able to be involved in their children's school.
Yeah. All right. No problem.
The Promise neighborhood stems from a U.S. Department of Education initiative, but it isn't federally funded, meaning the program relies on donations and volunteers.
This way, the back way. You ready to come back?
Volunteers like Ray, who helps coach basketball. He hopes to not only help others through the program, but for the program to be able to give him the boost he needs to start his own cooking business.
I'm messed up. My body messed up, but I know one thing I ain't gonna never stop doing is cooking. Never.
But setbacks seem to continue for Ray and his family. The day we interviewed Ray, he had just learned that his girlfriend had lost her job, leaving them both unemployed and with 2 children to care for.
All right.
Yet if there's anything this program teaches, it's hope.
What do you get out of this? What does this program mean to you?
It means a brighter future. I have older kids. I have 19, 18, and 13-year-olds, but I have a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. And I would really like to be able to see them succeed and have the quality education that they deserve, as well as all the other kids.
Ray is confident the program will help him succeed too and focus on his most important job, being a dad.
Had to tell them to pick themselves up and scrub themselves off. It'd be better. Let's walk it off. Walk it off. Yeah. Once they walk it off, they start running.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Of the mighty Mississippi, just 70 miles northwest of Minneapolis. But from the central Minnesota community, you can see every inch of the globe. St. Cloud State University is an international campus large enough to bring you the world, yet small enough for you to recognize your place in it. As a leader in higher education in central Minnesota, St. Cloud State University programs have been recognized by nearly every major accrediting board, affiliated with our 175 academic programs. What's more, it offers a 17-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio, one-on-one attention, and hands-on learning. At St. Cloud State University, 92% of our graduates are employed in their field of study within a year of graduation. 15% of them go on to graduate school, and 100% of them make a difference. St. Cloud State University, stcloudstate.edu.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
We caught up with the Girl Scouts as they celebrate their 100-year anniversary. Here's more on the celebration.
Well, my name is Sarah Warmka, and I'm an archivist at the Stearns History Museum, and I have worked here for 5.5 years. I have a bachelor's in history from St. Cloud State, and I'm currently pursuing a master's in library science. And the exhibit that you're featuring is the Year of the Girl, which is the 100th anniversary of Girl Scouts. And my involvement with that is that I'm on the board of directors for the Girl Scouts in Minnesota and Wisconsin, Lakes and Pines. And I also am a former Girl Scout. I first became involved with the museum and the Girl Scouts when we had a T-Rex named Sue here, and I thought it would be fun to offer girls the chance to come and spend the night in the museum with, you know, a big dinosaur, a T-Rex named Sue. So that was my first way of collaborating with the Girl Scouts and the museum. And then, of course, 100th anniversary is a huge deal for the organization. I mean, it's been over everything. The Empire State Building was lit up green on Monday, which was March 12th, which was the actual anniversary. I mean, you see it everywhere. It's just nationwide news that it's the 100th anniversary. So the Girl Scout Council put together a committee, and they went through their collections of uniforms and their old things that they had over there and put together a bunch of stuff that they thought would be neat to see on exhibit. And with the help of museum staff, then we put together this exhibit. There's 2 sets of labels for each decade. So there's one set of labels that talk about what's happening in the world and you know, in the nation, and what women and girls are doing during that time period. And then there's another label that talks about what the Girl Scout organization is doing in that time period. We had an exhibit opening event here to celebrate the Girl Scout exhibit opening, and Girl Scouts were allowed to come in for free. So there were lots of Girl Scouts in uniform, and they dressed up some of the girls in the old uniforms, which was really neat to see. And there were 116 people that came, and there were Girl Scout cookies served and lemonade, and it was a really fun event. The Girl Scout exhibit will run through the fall, and the museum is open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 10 to 5, and then Sundays from noon until 5. And admission is free for Girl Scouts and free for Stearns History Museum members. For the public, it's $5. It's a great exhibit. I hope that you'll come and see it.
We hope everyone enjoyed this season. To see this or other show again, check us on UTVS Channel 21 or log on to www.youtube.com/ulocal. From the entire SCSU local crew, thank you for watching.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
You didn't give up on sex. Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.